Alright, let's go. Hey, what's up? My name is Cam, aka Camera. Yes, like a camera, okay? That's me. So this is going to be a video about me quitting my job, okay? So, but before we jump in, let's get the vibes going first. Putting all my pain in the bottle, putting all my fear in it too. Way too many days it's been mellow, way too many days it's been blue. If I could choose to be what I wanna be, then I'ma be love and I'ma be light, and it's gonna be good and it's gonna be right. I'm getting rid of this shit I don't want, packing the bottle and sealing it up, send it to sea and telling the genie take it away. Ayy, putting all my flaws in the bottle, putting all my hate in it too. I love way too many days it's been mellow, way too many days I'm just trying to live a good life. Okay, are you trying to live a good life? A 07 Kanye, good life. Wanna live a good life. Really? The Garners wanna come out now? Y'all wanna come out now? It's always something. As I was saying, I want to talk to you guys about me quitting my job, which I did. Today is Wednesday, and I did it on Monday.
Father camera.
Lord have mercy, okay? The
Power
interruptions. Anyway, as I was saying, I quit my job on Monday. I have been working for that job for 3 years, I want to say. This year might have been the 4th year. So, okay, let's get into it. First of all, I feel like I'm talking too fast. Let me slow down. Let's breathe. Okay, let's do another one. Let it out. Let's do one more. Thank you, God, for our breath, okay? Because we just be moving through our life and don't even be grateful that we're alive, that we have air to fill our lungs every single day, okay? So, I basically was on furlough from my job with all of the, quarantine stuff that happened, of course. And being in quarantine definitely was something for me that was very, very nice. I really enjoyed it. Looks like this man wants trying to pick up some. So there's this guy who lives in a van. Who lives in this van across the street from our house, and he be selling like drugs and shit. I don't know what type of drugs he sells, but it's a guy right now about to make a drug exchange right now. They about to, okay. So, quarantine for me was very relaxing. It was something that also made me feel like this is how I want to live my life. This is how I see myself living my life anyway. Like, no job, me getting up, as I please, taking naps as I please, more time just to get things done and not working for Bob, okay? So, they called me back to come to work. Well, they called me to come back to work. And I remember when I got the phone call, it was in June. And that's your shit, my nigga? Yep. Alright, cool. So, So they called me to come back to work. And so she calls me. I'm like, hey. And she's like, hey, are you ready to come back to work? And I was like, my immediate response was, I said, no. And she was like, oh. And I was like, in my head, I was like, Cameron, clean it up. And I was just like, well, I am going on a trip for a week, which I was going to Cleveland. I wasn't lying.
I'm going on a trip to Cleveland for a week, so when I come back, I can, come back that Monday. So she was just like, okay, well, the hours will only be from this time to this time. It wouldn't be a full day. So I was like, all right, fine. So the day comes where I have to go back to work, right? I'm at work and I'm the floater of the company, so I was the floater of the company, okay? Excuse me. And I used to travel from different centers. And so I was at the Howard Hughes Center. I live in Los Angeles. And just when I was there, I was just like, first of all, it was different, of course. Nothing is ever going to go back to how it was. But also, it was just like, oh, this is whack, you know? But, I stuck it out. I just kept going. The girl that I was working with, her name is Tracy. Hi, Tracy. She's like, I love her, so she made work, fun. But still, I just had like this kind of feeling of just like, this ain't it. So a week passes, another week passes, so I stayed for 2 weeks. And the second week, I was supposed to go to Torrance, the Torrance office. And so that day I was supposed to go, that morning, actually no, before that night, I remember writing in my journal, I remember the last thing me saying was, I feel like I want to quit my job. Okay, so I said that. I feel like I want to quit my job in the morning time. Okay, the rising comes. And I'm just like, I'm in bed, and I'm just like, I'm up. Like, I'm not tired or anything, but I'm just like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Okay. It was just like, no, I just don't. So I text the manager, which is Mona, love her, and I was like, I'm not feeling well today. I'm not gonna make it. I'll be there tomorrow. So, uh, so she was like, okay, feel better. And so that day, I went to this park where I used to run in the morning time. I went to this park because it has a big body of water, like a big pond, and there's like nice ducks and stuff over there. It's really cute. So I went over there to like clear my mind because I love being around big bodies of water. I feel like I'm able to really just sit with myself and be still, and that's what I needed. So I took a book along with me as well. It's called All About Love by Bell Hooks. Highly recommend that book. So yeah, I get to this park. I find a nice spot under a tree, um, and I'm reading my book. And then after I'm reading, I'm just sitting there and I'm just praying. I also shed a little tears too. I cried a little bit, shed a little tears. I shed some tears, and I was just praying and asking God, like, what do I do next? What am I supposed to do next? And I remember saying, like, give me a sign, give me a strong sign of what I'm supposed to do. And so then, as I'm, doing this, there's a dragonfly, like it keeps flying by me, right? It's literally like hovering where I'm at, like it keeps staying in this area. So I'm just like, what, what? I was kind of talking to it. Actually, I was just like, hey. And so then I thought, let me look up what dragonfly means. Okay, so I look up what dragonfly means, and it means transformation. It means change. Did I say transformation already? Yes, transformation, change, rebirth, self-realization. And so when I saw that, I was just like, okay, so I feel like that was like my one sign. I was like, okay, God, okay, thank you, thank you so much. So then I leave. I had a meeting later on that evening on Zoom with some girls that I'm doing a colorism campaign with. I'm a part of the creative direction committee. So I was on the phone with them, on Zoom with them, and so everyone's going around, how you doing, how you doing? And they get to me, they're like, so, Cam, how are you doing? And I'm just like, To be honest, I am just like in this place of I don't know what to do because I feel like I want to quit my job, but I don't know. And so then one girl jumps in, her name is Justice, and she's like, that's crazy that you said that because I literally talked to 4 other people today about that same thing. And so I was like, wow, really? And she's like, yes. And so she basically goes into the story of how she was at some nice job. I can't remember what field, but it was a field that she wanted to be in, nice environment, but she was just like, I just was not happy there. And so she said, I just quit. She said, I did not know what I was going to do after. I didn't have a plan or anything, but I quit. And she said, honestly, it's the best decision that I ever made because now she's doing things that she wants to do. Then another girl chimes in. Her name is Sai. And she tells her story of she was in college and not too long ago, actually. And basically, before people graduate, I guess you're already looking for jobs and applying to jobs and stuff like that. So people were asking her like, oh, okay, so, what type of job are you going to have? What have you been, looking at? And she's just like, I haven't been applying to anything. I don't know. So she was like, when I graduated, I didn't have any type of job set up or anything. So she just said that she started going to different events and she met somebody and I don't know, basically, boom. That's how she has her job now, working at a public relations. And she loves her job. She loves her job. And I'm just like, that's so dope. So second sign, okay? That was the second one. I was just like, thank you, Lord. That's it. That's all that I need, okay? So, the next thing was I went to work the next day, and I just remember going to work, and I was just like, it was heavy on me. Like, this ain't it. I can't stay here no more, right? And so I feel like I made the decision for sure that day, like, okay, I'm going to quit. I'm not exactly sure when it is because my main thing I was worried about was my parents, telling my parents because I was just like, what are they going to say? What are they going to think? I know they're not going to be happy about this because who wants to hear, that's the mailman, who wants to hear their child say, oh, Mom, I'm quitting my job? Of course they're going to be like, what? What are you going to do? So Uh, so yeah, what did I do after that? Um, hey Con,
Hi.
how you doing?
Good.
Where did I leave off? Oh, so boom, made the decision that I was going to quit my job. Um, Something ended up happening with my grandmother um, as the days passed, which was last week Sunday. So Sunday, we had to call the ambulance to come for my grandmother because she has diabetes and her sugar was too low, I believe. So the ambulance comes and gives her sugar. I'm not sure how that works because I was asleep when it happened. But I just remember waking up and I hear outside my window like some trucks or something. So I look out and it was the fire trucks and everything. So I come out of my room and my mom, they're just now leaving and my mom's in the kitchen. I was like, I just felt it in my bones. I was like, this is it. I got to tell her. I got to say it. And so I just said, Mom, I said, I'm going to be quitting my job tomorrow. I just want to let you know. And she was like, tomorrow? Why? And I was like, I just remember I was just like, it's like I couldn't get it out. I was just like, I just got to do it. It's just something that I have to do. It's time for me to move on. And then as I was talking, she just came over and grabbed my hands and she started praying. And she was crying while she was praying. And while she was praying, I, had my eyes closed and I was just like, nodding my head and you sure you want to do it tomorrow or something like that? I was just like, yeah, Mom, it's tomorrow. And she's just like, okay, well, I guess, you gotta just jump out there. And I was like, exactly. I have to jump out there. Okay? So, that today, which is Sunday, I made my resignation letter. I found my old resignation letter that I resigned from my old job and just deleted what I said and put the new job's name, and boom, okay, that was that. So next day comes for work, which is Monday, which is AKA my last day, okay? And I went into there very excited, just feeling like, yes, today's my last day. Cool. And I knew that the decision that I made to quit was the best decision that I made, because while I was there, I remember this man coming in. He, not to say he was giving me a hard time, but it was just like, it wasn't a fluid exchange. And so I just, in my head, I'm just like, see, no, I don't want to deal with this. This is not the type of shit that I want to have to deal with, because this shit is stupid, to be honest. So I send my letter at around 12 o'clock, and I call some of my coworkers just to let them know so they don't hear through the grapevine, and they're just like, what? Are you serious? Oh my God, like, no, like, But at the same time, they were, super like, just keep in touch, and, whatever you choose to do, I support you, and stuff like that. So I'm really appreciative of my coworkers from there, the people that I met, super dope people. So yeah, man, at 2:30, I was out of there. Okay, I didn't even worry about trying to keep the stuff that I was supposed not keep the stuff. I wasn't worried about the things that I had questions with, like stuff that basically I just left undone. I was just like, I wrote notes like, hey, try to do this, try to do that, blah blah blah. It's your problem now. It's not mine anymore. Sorry. So, so yeah, what happened after that? As I'm walking out of the place, I just feel um, this joy. I just feel this feeling of just like, yes, like this is what I was supposed to do. You feel me? Like, it's hard to explain. I can't really explain the feeling, but I just know I just felt this very euphoric feeling um, walking out of that job, because I knew it was the last time that I was going to be walking out of there, okay? So, as I'm driving, I put this song on. Actually, I played in the beginning, Good Life, by, I want to say her name is Iman Europe. Imani or Iman? I feel like it's Iman. So I was playing that song, and I'm like, while I'm listening to the song, I start crying. Like, tears are coming down my eyes. But it's not because I'm sad, it's because I was happy. Like, I was just like, yes, Cameron, you did that shit, nigga. You did that shit, okay? So I was just very proud of myself for what I committed myself to do, and, what I followed through and did. So, um, yeah, I just feel like that decision that I made to quit my job was definitely something that felt like it was hard, before, because I just was overwhelmed with fear of what my parents were going to say. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. I know other people have told me that too. Like, they just, oh, I don't know, or they don't really know what's going to happen after. They don't have a backup plan or anything like that. But I just would say, like, if you're going through the same thing of feeling like you want to quit your job, I feel like it's important to be still. I feel like even if it's not about your job, I just feel like it's a very important thing to be still and to listen. Go out in nature, meditate, pray if you, are into that. Because honestly, you will receive the answers that you're looking for. You may not receive it right then and there when you're looking for them, but you will get an answer, okay? You trust me, you will get something. So, yeah. Okay, that's better. I had to move because it was getting too bright over there with the sun. We love the sun, but we don't want it to be too harsh, okay? So basically, I ended up talking to my dad the day of that I did it because I didn't talk to him about it yet. And my dad was actually very supportive. So shout out to you, Dad. And not to say, no shade to you, Mom. But yeah, shout out to my dad because he was just very, he was proud, but also he was just, laying down that wisdom for sure. That parents are, notorious for giving their children, which I appreciate, which I just listen to, and I feel like I have learned to just listen instead of trying to be so, I know that, I know, just listen. I just want to encourage anybody who is on a journey of needing to walk away from a situation or a job or a relationship or anything like that. I would say, be still and, pray about it for sure. Talk to somebody that you trust, because I feel like it can go wrong if you talk to somebody who can easily try to sway how you feel or what you want to do. So I think that's very important who you choose to talk to. Um, and even if you do talk to someone and they are trying to sway, how you feel, it's just like you got to stand firm in how you feel. You have to truly trust yourself, okay? Which I feel like comes with time, which comes with loving yourself, and really taking that time out to learn yourself and know who you are and know what you will accept and what you won't accept, okay? I feel like that's gonna be another video, self-love shit, because shoo, okay, that is a huge thing that I feel like everyone should try to cultivate for sure. I think that's it for now. So, I'm praying for your healing. I'm praying for your ability to be unafraid, okay? To be yourself, okay? To be true to you, okay? To be transparent. It feels better when you just let that shit out, okay? So, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comments, okay?
I thank my chaos for alignment. I thank my gods for their timing. I thank the trees for the silence, exposing all the violence.